Happy New Year's, friends! For those of you who may not know me, my name is Kelly Williams, and I am excited and privileged to be serving as the chair of Church Council for 2020. If you are receiving this, I want to thank you for agreeing to be part of this newly revamped and redesigned Church Council. We have some incredible work in front of us this year and beyond, and I am thankful for your time and attention to this impactful team. This video will serve as an orientation for us as a team. That way, we can all begin our first meeting together on the same page and with a clear direction for the work that God has placed in front of us. In this video, I hope to answer questions that you may have in your mind about this team, its role in the ministry of MDUMC, and what our first meeting on February 11th will hold. Under United Methodist discipline, the Church Council serves as the highest decision-making body of the local church. The Church Council helps organize, prioritize, and order the life and ministry of MDUMC. The Church Council offers its service and support to the senior pastor and lay leader. Additionally, they serve as an improving body for large-scale decisions such as annual budgets and capital campaign undertaking. In 2019, members of our staff leadership team, along with several key lay leaders, began a discussion about the long-standing organization of the governance of MDUMC. In the past, the Church Council consisted of over 50 members that represented essentially every ministry area of MDUMC. This format worked well as reporting meetings, but over the years we have realized that the strength of the Church Council would be best utilized as working meetings. The gathering, formerly known as the Board of Stewards, now serves as our central reporting meeting. Our vision for this new Church Council is that instead of only reporting, we will focus on conversation. Conversations around the vision that God has for us as a church, what we need to achieve that vision, and about leadership, ministry, mission, buildings, resources, and best practices. All of these topics and more are on the table for us to discuss and pray over for MDUMC. Under this new organization, the Church Council consists of the following members: Senior Pastor, Senior Associate Pastor, Lay Leader, Chief of Staff, Business Administrator, Chairs of SPRC, Finance and Trustees Committees, and 9 at-large members on 3-year rotating terms who represent a wide range of ministries, ages, and campuses. Our team will meet periodically with 4 scheduled meetings a year and others as needed. Our meetings will last approximately an hour and a half and will be held at the Adult Ministry Center. You will receive a reminder from Becky Bogart about our meetings via email. Please let her know if you are unable to be present. At each meeting, we will have a small amount of reflection time from our major committees and senior pastor as needed, vote on any necessary proposals, then enter into our working session and conversation. To kick off our first meeting on February 11th, we will get to know each other a little bit better, hear from Dr. Robbins, and then get to work on our first project, a score of MDUMC as a whole. What is a score, you may ask? Here is a quick explanation of what this exercise entails.
Thanks for joining me for this quick instructional video about how we at Memorial Drive United Methodist Church use the SCORE analysis to review and assess our mission and ministry. Similar to a SWOT analysis, the SCORE analysis is a tool used to help examine the current state of ministry, to help us celebrate what works well, address the challenges we are facing, focus on what opportunities lie before us, and to open space for authentic feedback about the selected topic. We are working to make SCORE more prevalent in our church culture. Our program staff uses SCORE to review ministries and significant events, which helps us to improve year after year. Our strategic planning team and church council use SCORE to provide clarity and direction about the current strengths and growth areas of our church as a whole. SCORE can even be utilized to evaluate staff, teams, and other resources. Here are some things to consider when preparing and participating in a SCORE. Strengths. Strengths is a time of celebration. Consider the following questions. What went well? What is going well? Why do you think it's going well? What impact did this serve, and how are we impacting our congregation and community positively? What would I replicate in the future? How did this align with our vision for this ministry? Challenges. This is a time to be authentic and vulnerable about our growth areas. Think about this. What could be improved? What are the main areas that need improvement? What resources did we lack that might make this more effective? Opportunities. This section is all about generating solutions to the challenges and expanding on what we think God can do through our ministry. This is the time to dream. How could we extend our reach to include broader participation? What is our dream scenario as it relates to this aspect of ministry? How could we make this better a year from now? Request. This is where we can ask for help with certain challenges that others may be able to help with. Do any of these apply? What did we need more of? Volunteers, finances, communications and marketing, etc. How can more ministries get involved? What best practices can we borrow from other ministries? We look forward to using this method to celebrate the ministry that takes place at MDUMC and honestly communicating about how we can take advantage of opportunities for growth and improvement. Thanks for watching.
I'm excited to see all of you at our first meeting on February 11th. Be brainstorming your ideas for MDUMC's SCORE. We know that this will be wide-ranging, so coming in with some ideas will be helpful for our conversation. We will take this information and begin to structure our work for 2020 around addressing some of the things that we come up with during this exercise. I genuinely believe that this will help frame our conversation for the year. One last note, you will be receiving a 4-year review document for our church. This information might be helpful when preparing for our meeting. This document shows the last 4 years of basic numbers from our church in various areas, including attendance, membership, and finances. This information is beneficial and could help frame our mindset around what needs to be addressed as we follow the vision that God has given our church. If you have any questions or comments or ideas for our meetings, please let me know. Again, I am so thankful for your time and participation within this team.